Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host Jump. Today we conclude our detective trilogy with a comedy, a buddy cop comedy. Buddy detective comedy, I would say. More accurate.
Let's just stick with the comedy.
Yes.
I don't know what you call it. Buddy cop?
Yeah, that
Buddy
seems
cop?
to fit the bill, buddy cop, since they are both cops. But yeah, we're talking about the first Rush Hour, starring of course Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
So,
How did you get to this movie? When was the first time you watched this?
what was the first time?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I watched the third one first, which came out in like 2008, if I remember. Oddly enough, I think that was my first. Wait, no. Okay, it's my first Hiroyuki Sanada movie. Like, that was the first time I ever saw him.
What a way.
I was like,
What a start.
oh, cool. They're brothers. I didn't notice he was Japanese. Well, Jackie Chan was Chinese at the time. I was not.
Oh well.
Yeah. For Jackie, though, like, what was your first Jackie Chan?
Consciously, probably Kung Fu Panda. Even though it's not the main star. But like, the first one I really liked was, of course, this trilogy with Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Again, I started with the third one and then work my way back.
Yeah. I got shocked that there were two other movies because I was like, I thought that was the title, like Rush Hour 3.
Right?
That was it.
It's like, where's the third person? I guess it's Hiroyuki Sanada. I probably watched this a couple of times, like at home, at a barber shop, like just on the go too, almost anywhere, because it's a very popular film. Still is pretty popular, though it's not talked about as much. I don't think so. I haven't seen any discussions on it.
I would say it's a classic. Sure, it's a product of its own time, because there are some jokes here that are not passable anymore, but like, every time you put it on, it never fails to make you laugh.
Yeah.
My dad hates this movie, though.
Who?
My dad.
Yo, wow. Isn't like fun?
No, oddly enough, he doesn't like Chris Tucker, but my dad's the one who like acts like him the most. Yeah.
Shit. Anyway, yeah, we won't go through this chronologically because it's a very relaxed movie. Like, leads from China or Hong Kong. Chris Tucker, a friend named Carter, is from the U.S. and they have to work together to solve the case of the kidnapped daughter of the Chinese ambassador. That's about it. But
Yeah,
Carter has
I
to keep
do-
Lee away because they don't want
Yeah.
him to interfere. Like, why? It's this case.
I do love the Metal Gear Solid 2 slash Winter. Was this Captain America Winter Soldier opening to Lee?
Yeah.
He's always on a boat trying to like stop a triad or terrorists from doing something.
Yeah. And then we get introduced to Carter, who is doing the same thing, almost the same thing, but Chris Tucker's just doing his mannerisms. You're like, okay, you just get the vibe of this movie. Sorry. Break. We're gonna get very relaxed, comedy-esque vibe. Like, the fact that Carter has to keep Lee from interfering from his own case. Like, just let the man do his case, man. Leave him alone.
Yeah, but his orders from the FBI.
Yeah. I mean, like, who's not so best man to do this case? Like, alright, dicks. Thanks.
Yeah. And Carter's clearly the character that nobody really takes seriously.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, I wouldn't take you seriously either. So, there's that.
I'm surprised that you became a cop.
Right? Surprised your dad. You follow in your dad's footsteps, because if I was your dad, I'd be like, please don't be a cop. Please don't.
Please. The amount of attention he draws to him was like, you're gonna get shot.
But like, just like Sherlock Holmes, I can't imagine a better dynamic than Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, because they're just amazing together.
This movie was so like casually racist, but it's so funny.
And the bar scene when Carter's with his cousin and Lee follows, and Carter's supposed to be like, hey, what's up, homie? Oh, he doesn't say that, but you get the Bible trying to say what he says. And the guy's like, what?
Okay, look, Jackie Chan says the N-word, right?
And they start beating him up, and he's like, "No, I don't want trouble, please.
The classic line.
I
I don't want
don't."
any trouble.
And even though this movie's comedy as like there are some dark moments when when the SWAT team gets blown to hell. Like, Jesus Christ! I thought this was supposed to be funny.
Yeah, this. What movie had that plot as well?
About to say, like, I don't know what movie also has a SWAT team disintegrating. Almost every action movie.
True, like a team just goes in and like, oh, it's a bomb.
And gets obliterated. But yeah, and like since we're talking about like the, I guess, action sequences, the choreography with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker is amazing.
Yeah, the dynamic duo when it comes to like, yes, Chris Tucker is very Street Fighter-esque,
Yeah,
but and like Jackie with his kung fu, but it melds so well.
yeah.
And I am ashamed to say this is probably one of my first. Oh well, the third one was like my first kung fu movies. Like I didn't watch Ip Man before this.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere. I love the scene of Lee breaking into the Chinese ambassador's house to tell him like, "I'm here to find your daughter. Don't worry." And like he's just beating up the FBI people. Like, fuck.
Pretty much like if I was one of the FBI guys, like, oh shit, there's a guy in the fucking building. We gotta stop him. He's pretty much taking out every guy. And then we find out, oh, he's on our side. We would have left him alone, but like, he seems qualified.
Right? He's like, "You know what? You guys are good. I don't want to disturb you. So we're just gonna pack up our shit and gonna go. We're gonna leave this case to you." Like, yeah, that's the most reasonable thing to do.
Yeah.
Also I do love the restaurant scene where Carter thinks he can handle his own against the villains, but he can't. He just gets being kicked in the face and punched. Like, oh, poor guy. Tom Wilkinson's character turns out to be the villain, and you're like, that's not surprising. He kind of had villain vibes from the beginning of this movie.
Very true. And like the Hong Kong business building was kind of villainous as well.
Exactly. So there we go. But yeah, the restaurant scene is where you see how well Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan work together in action scenes. Like, they have their hands kept together and just kicking ass on both ends. Like, this is pretty sick choreography, even though it's supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah, like the fact that Jackie does his own stunts as well, so it's like, that's really cool.
Yeah, like Jackie Chan is one of those guys where you see him do his stuff and you're like, it's like with Tom Cruise of like, this guy doesn't need a stunt man, he can do his own things. It's pretty obvious. Like, it's amazing how it can go from or like comedy action like this to like something serious like The Foreigner. I think that was the name of the movie. Yeah, again, just the dynamic between Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker's legendary. Like the way they had to understand each other's cultural differences before they can really work as a team. Like that. Yeah, sure.
With so many racist jokes.
Yes, this truly is a movie of the 90s. You're like, yes, just stay in your place.
Yeah, nobody really batted an eye with like memorable lines with like, "This ain't cigarette, this is cigar weed."
To be fair, I think this comedy, has aged kind of better than other 90s movies, say like American Pie. We're like, wow, that is very dated.
Yeah, that's very dated. This one, not so.
Or like, there are things you wouldn't get away with, but like something like, let's say, There's Something Wrong with Mary, where the hair scene in that movie, you're like, oh, that's just gross.
What do you mean?
You know that movie with Cameron Diaz and Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
No? Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen that. We'll do that someday then.
Okay.
Pretty interesting 90s movie.
Alright.
But yeah, the villain is pretty intimidating. The main trad guy. Like, you feel like if he was in another more serious movie, he would still fit pretty well in that movie. And that's what I like about it.
I've seen him in something before.
Right? I just can't remember what.
Yeah, but I would love to watch like more movies with him.
The one thing that, I don't know, if it kind of bothers me is when Lee is disgraced and he has to go back to Hong Kong, and so is Carter. But like Carter pulls almost a Mr. Bean thing of like disguising himself as Eric.
One of the like workers.
Yeah.
Like, has this very long-winded discussion with the stewardess who clearly didn't understand a single word he said.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, sure. What?
Hurry, I'll tell the captain. What?
And then it becomes like very, not very motivational, but very, again, 90s way of like, come on, we have to do this, Lee. You want to fail your father's name? It's like, how about your father? Well, my father was killed in the traffic stop. You're saying your dad died for nothing? No, he didn't die for nothing. He died doing what he loved, Rick. Okay, us 90s, we just go, sure.
Very 90s get back on track kind of talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, not much to say about the ending aside from like, it's very typical of like a movie like this, of like, oh, it's very, I don't know, over the top, like very actionist, over the top, but still full of heart, where like you feel emotional beats. There's still funny scenes of like Carter telling the guy like, yeah, blow us up. Like, the little girl's like, yeah, blow us up. Like, sure. Okay. Egg him on, why not?
Yeah, press the damn button. No, I love the. I was watching this scene, and then the main villain, Jung Tao,
Yeah.
pretty much reveals to be like this British guy, and he's like, oh, doing the most British fucking thing, which is stealing artifacts from other countries.
Right? Like, your ancestors
Like,
would be. I don't know what your ancestors
so
would be.
proud.
Yeah, exactly. I do like the Western stand up between the Chad guy and Carter. Where it's like, hey, I'm gonna shoot him. Yeah, I don't like him, and either way, you're like, oh, thanks, guy. Thanks,
Yeah, I mean, he
I'm
was an ass, but the FBI
Yeah.
guy.
yeah,
Yeah. No, but this was a very lethal weapon where like he had a gun on his like shoe
yeah.
or like the sock.
Is that very?
Holster, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, Carter has max deadeye apparently, because logically, like, I don't know how you do that. When the guy has an Uzi, are you kidding me?
Yeah, yeah. Shit was sick action, and I don't know if that was real. The whole Jackie like holding on to.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
It would I, but God, I would have not done it. No matter how good I am at acrobatics, I would have never done that.
Right. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if Jack was like, yeah, I did that trick, of course. It's like, again, with Tom Cruise of being like, yeah, I jumped off a plane with no parachute for the last second. You're like, sure. What? Why not?
Alright.
And like it ends with Lee going to Hong Kong with, Carter going to Hong Kong with Lee. And like, I think that's where the second movie takes place, right?
Really?
Rush Hour 2? If I
That
remember.
does make sense. They're like there for vacation.
Yeah. I haven't seen
yeah.
I honestly haven't seen the other two in so long. So
We'll pretty much break ourselves if ever.
yeah. But yeah, it ends on the happiest note a movie from the 90s like this can end on, Rick. Perfect, fucking perfect.
Yeah, you know what I kind of like compare this to is like American Pie is that unhinged uncle who can't tell he's racist and very sexist, while Rush Hour is that one parent who just leaks from here and there, but you know there's good intentions.
You're like, well, they have heart.
Yeah, they're like you love them,
Yeah.
but sometimes they're like,
They say something, you're like, what?
yeah, but I can't really, you know, because I love you.
But yeah, what would you rate the first Rush Hour?
God. I'll give this one a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Like it's still good. Like as I said, sure, those like jokes that are a little like that are not okay today do come out from here to there, but it's still good.
Okay.
I gotta say, it's still fun, and for sure everybody else enjoys the trilogy, no matter how each
Yeah.
it is with some of its notes. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
I'll give this an 8. It's a pretty good movie. It's just a very fun time. It's a very relaxed time. There's not much, philosophical stuff going on. It's just sit down, relax, and watch Rush Hour. God damn it.
There's not a lot of detective work here either.
Yeah. So Lee's detectives, but they call themselves detectives. So I'm like, you know what? Let's end on a relaxing note.
Yeah.
Because like the other detective stuff was like, Gone Baby Gone. I was like, you know what? That's for another time. Have you seen that?
Did we already do Gone Baby Gone?
Not yet.
No, we did Gone Girl. My bad.
It's about guns made by Ben Affleck. God damn it. But yeah, maybe when we do a hunting in Venice, we can pair Gone Baby Gone with that to be more serious. Who knows? On the end of the more serious note. Let's see when we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been our video on the first rush hour. If you like our videos, please like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. Individually, you can find John on his art account. What is it? I love throwing you off on this.
It really is.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't have socials
Yeah.
anymore. But yeah, you can find me at JungGM__ on Instagram as well.
Well, you can find me editing our other stuff on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments, and our trailer reactions, and Spotify to hear us on the go. And that's about it. I keep to myself apparently. But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And until the next lineup, we'll see you there. Bye, guys.
Yeah.